Day 42 and stuff. Alright, hopefully all that homework and reviewing of documents and putting some more pieces together has hopefully amounted to me actually making progress and having some kind of goal. My to-do list document currently says tomb candles, chess room crack, right. Yeah, the chess puzzle room. The chess puzzle... Yeah. Chess puzzle room crack. That's a less confusing thing for me to read later. Mechanarium question mark? Music room question mark? Turn scorched sundial base. Then suspect list admin key? Richard Scott, Sandra Dillon, Bo Lee, Charles Riscal. So maybe. I have 95 coins and 23 gems at the beginning of this run. Can I have a save state? Can I save state today and keep it forever? Please? I just want a save state. I just want it to be today until I at least make one major breakthrough again. What an absurd start. That's the power we have, though. The combination of my large income and the freezer means I can do this. But only every other day, right? The freezer can't be used 2 days in a row. Tomb? Oh. Hovel would be useless right now because I have so many gems. Yeah, probably tool shed. Shelter's always tempting to make the red go away. But... oh. The gear wrench. Each time you draft a mechanical floor plan, you may permanently adjust its rarity. And a sledgehammer! Oh my god, is it a sign? I'll just keep saying that every run. I've never had this, right? The gear wrench? Oh, let's make every single mechanical room really common. Let's do it. It's the only way. If I make them all really common, it'll be probably maybe a bad thing for my future runs, because they'll be potentially obnoxious. But, if we can make them more common... what's this thing? Each time you draft a mechanical... yeah. Okay. It feels like that item literally just exists because the mechanarium exists, right? Like it's just there so that you can make mechanical rooms more common and the mechanarium itself more common and give you a higher chance of being able to do this goddamn puzzle. Okay, haven't been in here for a bit. Let's see, what's the naming scheme for passwords again? It's first 4 letters of the last name, then the first letter of the first name, capitalized. And I thought that it might be Bo Lee, because they're the major minor. L-E-E. That breaks the format a little bit, because they don't have 4 letters in their last name. Oh? Why is this child's name a password? Okay. Already had that. Did anything change? User database. More Tom, Baba, Roth, Reva. Let's see, where's my pen? I should write this down. It was Bowley, L-E-E-B. Lieb. Okay. So 2 listed, 1 with just personnel access, 2 expired, and then 3 additional delisted admin keys. So this and maybe some other ones just don't work. Sorry, aren't listed, and so there's still secret ones. That's apparently the full list of all of them. Did anything change, though? Did I read all these already? Believe so. Data files. Import trophy, return to menu. Okay. Nothing else around, right? That's the whole thing. These are all the same menus as before. Huh. I don't get it. What am I supposed to do with that? There's not really anything else in here. That doesn't really make any sense to me. So the new clue book gives me a series of new... That's not a sundial, that's a bird bath. We have the sundials back here. I don't know what to make of that. I don't... Is it just another way of finding a password for that? But why is it a secret password? It's so secret that you find the other passwords and that one's not listed there. Like, what does that mean? Okay, here's a sundial. Does some part of it move? Nothing I click on does anything. Does the time of day change at all? Does this game have a day-night cycle? I don't remember. Turn scorched sundial base. This is a pretty carefully made puzzle game, so it doesn't usually repeat things. Does it? Maybe not. I was about to say it's a pretty careful game because it doesn't necessarily repeat things. So when a word comes up, it probably means the one you think it does. And it's true, I don't know where else a sundial would be. It has to be outdoors and above ground, so there's not a lot of places to put a sundial, so this is probably the only one. So I guess maybe I need to scorch it? Like set it on fire with a torch? Best that comes to mind right now. Otherwise it's hard to act on that particular clue. But the reason why I faltered when I thought about this game being careful with its terms is then I remembered the number 8. The number 8 comes up so much that there's like a lot of ambiguity of what they could even mean when they talk about room 8. Like, I'm not even 1000% convinced for sure that the 8th door in my clue for the sanctum keys even refers to the same thing as room 8, which the key for the room 8 refers to. That's the 8th room. Is the 8th room behind the 8th door? Is there only one example of an 8th door? That one super hallway has 8 doors. The mechanarium can have 8 doors, I think. That's just how, like, the directions would work out. The sanctum has 8 doors. There's not even, like, a single candidate for what 8 doors might mean. So that's kind of, frustrating as shit. Do I want to start with the paper crown? I mean, I have trouble with the coat check disappearing on me, so let's just go ahead and get it up front, I guess. There, now I can get bonus RNG this whole run, as long as I don't draw a red room. In addition to my gear wrench. It's good bad. Okay, so I got to keep 2 items because I had that pendant last time. The good news is they gave me the battery pack. So I have 2/3 of the sledgehammer already, and I have the red paper crown so I can re-roll rooms and make it more like the draw of the workshop. The bad news is they gave me the basement key, which is useless. So not a great second item. Unfortunate. I regret picking up the basement key in that run because it made this happen. Water. Okay. So archives would murder this run right out the gate. But the alternatives are the observatory and the library, both of which are awkwardly right turns. I'm gonna have to try to hallway down to the other side of the foundation, which kind of sucks. God damn it, why? don't know how good the observatory will or won't be, and I also don't love the idea that it might ruin my run in some way. I don't even want... The best thing that comes through the observatory is the buff that makes more gem flowers happen, and I already benefited that from that last run, so I don't really need that. But the library should have a new book, right? For me to painstakingly screenshot, probably. The History of Orindia. Ajira to Araya. That's some frustrating naming. Okay, that's me. I'm the only person that has rented it, because I also, yeah, graciously gifted by me to me, and then I had to rent it from myself. This is silly. So this is the unredacted version. So I'll read through it, and then I'll stop recording, and then go back and screenshot all the pages for future reference, so I don't have to worry about losing it, I guess. Forward. Orindia was once the name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters, although the term no longer is employed in the halls of politics, nor commonly known to the average citizen. Its memory flickers in the hearts of those who hail from the lands that it once encompassed, and many of the elder generation, in hushed circles, still refer to themselves as Orindians. Yet we must not let the flame of our history dwindle into the obscurity of whispered conversations, nor permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon the name of our land. We must keep alive the embers of our past and preserve them for the generations yet to come. Ajera. Most historians mark the beginning of the First Era, as denoted as Ajera, by the ascension of the first king of Orindia, whose name, Orus, would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Orus was known, before his coronation, as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of these bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Orus had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Orus, and by the end of the 1st century, the black banners of Orindia could be seen fluttering in every hamlet and hostelry, along every thoroughfare, from Orus all the way to the western banks. A new kingdom was born. Second Era. It was the 4th king of Orindia who split this vast domain into 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province and heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift and called his new realm Orindia Ares, after the angelic paragon of loyalty, Orinda, not Orindia. To the youngest, he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch-Ares, the land of northern storms. A wild and untamed expanse, which at the time was not as developed but a good deal more vast than the eldest brother's lot. And to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Araya, the mystical realm of the ancestors, land steeped in tradition, magic, and poetry of the old tongue. Okay, let's document some of this stuff here. So, Orinda Ares to middle fields and mountains of Orinda Ares. Field and mountains, Heartspring. Okay. Arch-Ares. Northern Storms. I already have Storm written down. Okay. Then Araya. Where did I write that one down? There it is. This is the place that was like rain? Desert? Question mark? Purple? This is the purple hourglass one. Magic / poetry. I might be almost ready to solve this one. So for Araya, it's the hourglass one, which is purple. And then there's poetry. So I think I'd only need to find out their... whether the weather refers to rain or not. And because whether or not was I seeing a desert or was I seeing rain? I don't know what I was making out in that picture, but I think it might have been rain. So I pretty much just need to know what Araya's mode of transportation is, and then it'll be done. Third era. As the second era drew to a close, the three sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their lands, and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite these differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transport. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued that tradition, and the third era was defined by the construction of a vast network of railways that spanned the length and breadth of the land, linking the northern mountains of Arch areas to the southern shores of Araya. So that means the middle one had it then? Wasn't Orinda the middle one? Middle province, Orinda. So those are rails then. They're specifically saying that they link the northern and southern regions. That means they're all over the middle region then. This development facilitated travel and commerce between three realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of a prosperous and bright future. A promise that would, unfortunately, as many readers will soon find, not be kept. I don't know if this means that they all did railways or just Orinda in the middle, connecting the other two, but yeah. Fourth era. As the kingdom of Orinda Ares entered the fourth era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desolates III was a king who listened to the voices of all his subjects, from his most influential advisors to the humblest citizens. He was a king who often was seen among the people, eating, drinking, and conversing, a sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court, but the masses as well, who scarce believed that they, as peasantry, would ever sup with the crown. Desolates was renowned as the king of the people, and it was therefore a surprise to no one that he made the decision to move the capital from the secluded mountains of Reddington to the public stage of Oris, leaving castle and court behind. The people were overjoyed by this choice, and the city welcomed their king with open arms and great fanfare. Yet not all were swayed so easily. There were those that viewed the king's conduct as unbecoming to his station, and were wary of how readily he could be persuaded by the tears and tales of common folk. These dissenting voices planted the seeds of discontent, which took root in the lawns and gardens of the nobles of Fen, or as I have been instructed to say, the grand city of Fen. After the passing of King Desolates III, the fourth era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died naturally in his old age and surrounded by his people in Oris, far away from the growing unrest amongst the western city of Fen. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the self-proclaimed Prince Learson of Fen declared himself a true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a surprising number of supporters due to the fact that Desolates IV shared his father's good name but little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of innocent echoed through the city street, stained in red. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together, they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade nearby realms of Arch, Ares, and Nuance to join their cause. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried 1 in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death he had won. Oris had fallen, and with it, the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place, red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen of Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. So the pacification of Fen went so poorly that they managed to lose as the attackers, which is impressive. If I'm reading this correctly. Chapter 6, the current era. Today the realms inherited by the three, Fen, Ares, Archares, and Araya, once again stood united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains strong as ever. The spruce and birch that span across our realms serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. And all those trees as those trees continue to grow, so do our hopes of a common future. A future where we are not defined by colors of the banners we raise, but by that which connects us. A land that we each call home. For this is, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever known, the land of our fathers, of our mothers, and our children. The land is, after all that has happened, still Orindia. Wasn't that part also crossed out? So it all says that it's still Orindia, but wasn't the censored version basically the one that removed all instances of the word in Orindia or something? Or something? I don't know. It definitely was less coherent. It's a combination of, like, 1, I've read it before, 2, it's not censored this time, and 3, I'm in the process of documenting this stuff so I can better remember what the fuck I'm looking at and contextualize it and have it stick better. But this time it definitely was a more coherent read, and it all more or less makes sense. I'm gonna take a moment to keep it, get it all in my folders now, as you've seen. Okay, I have screenshotted every page of the history of Orindia. Alright, now that we've placed 2 rooms and it's been like 20 minutes, in addition to any amount of other stuff that might be in this episode. At the bookshop we don't want, the hot chamber of mirrors would be unsolvable, observatory would be a dead end. This sucks. Redraw. At least that option exists. Not great. The Great Hall would let me continue forward. The vault. Vault gives me even more money, but it's kind of really awkward to place right here. I could experiment with the vestibule. I literally don't have a key for the other door. I'm not happy with this right now. I'm going to place the Great Hall so I can't get stuck. Just out of panic, basically. I don't want to experiment with the vestibule. It sounds really straightforward and not a big deal. But I'm really worried that I'll walk in there and immediately get locked in somehow and just be fucked. And this is too good of a start to a run to risk me misunderstanding the new room and then dying instantly. Fucking attic. You better get drawn again. You better not disappear forever the moment I don't draw you right now. Like, I can't. You would end my run. I need to start the place, but you better get drawn again. You better not disappear on me again. It's getting really annoying. Only dead ends. I want to keep my... I would like to not have dead ends right now. The den again. Awkward. Get our gem. Okay. I'll take the West Wing Hall just so we don't get dead-ended, because once again, we're kind of in a bad spot here. Probably just spawn a conservatory if I'm lucky. Yep. It's back. I really hope I spawn some... I don't have this one. No items in this time? Hopefully I spawn some mechanical rooms so I can start hacking their rarities. Crafting studio. Yeah, let's make you more common, please. It costs 2, so it'd be a little awkward if it's too common, but it needs to be more common than it is right now. I'm worried that if I make it too common, though, it'll be a really common room that sucks. A 2-gem hallway. Once I finish adding all the other cards to my deck. Because this, I might never get to edit it again. The walk-in closet might as well just be common. So we can just get it spawned immediately. It's utility closet, common. Those are rooms that you want to have happen all the time. Preferably when you're trying to intentionally cause dead ends near the beginning of the run. Although if I make them too common, it might get in trouble with me having the inability to make my level start. The attic again! Woof. Okay, let's get the reading nook. I'll have a key at least. I need to open up this layout. This layout's so fucked up right now. Alright, I have a key, so I can go back to the Great Hall at least. If I do get stuck. They're trying to trap me. Those are both dead ends, and the hallway's not great. Okay. I definitely don't need a second library. The broken lever! I have all 3 components of my super hammer. Okay, I need to spawn the super secret garden and the greenhouse. Commissary slightly gets me what I wanted. It's awkward that I am not connecting to the foundation. I get to buy what's in the commissary and then also try to head north. Salt shaker. Shovel. Sleeping mask. Metal detector. 4 unique items. That's 4 unique items taken out of the pool. Increases my chance of getting... What do I want? Magnifying glass, right? Yeah, magnifying glass plus metal detector will give me a source of fire. I already have the broken lever, sledgehammer, and battery. So, like, I need the workshop to spawn. I'm really hoping the red castle... The red crown will help me do that. Okay, God, thank God passageway. Okay. This lets me fix my layout a little bit to be less obnoxious. Let's lean right to see if I can reach the foundation and also the rest of my mess. The drawing room. The drawing room is fine. Gives me even more RNG on this next door over here, but also lets me try to get in the foundation and then head south to see if I can fill in the chunks of maps I haven't filled in, which would be a great area to spend any of my dead ends. 0415. It's funny that I'm in this situation right here because of all the binging, because at this point my comment section is being flooded with people yelling at me about Christmas, because I still haven't solved the Christmas puzzle yet in the public videos. Which is very funny, but also a good example of why I'm so far ahead of the public videos and what the purpose of that is, because otherwise everyone would be yelling Christmas at me, and I just would... that would have been how I found out, and that would suck. I need to be so far ahead that none of the stuff that frustrates people is even on the table yet. Like... the armory. Armory? Yeah, it's good to spawn the armory here. I want to go south. I could reasonably fill in the room to my above me a different way. I don't want to pass up the armory because it might give me the torch. There's the torch. And the morning star. Unfortunately, no axe this run. It looks like the torch and the... Oh, this is a good one too, though. And I already have the sledgehammer, so the morning star is useless to me. It's just paying... It's you just paying 10 coins to get 1 star tomorrow. But yeah, it looks like everything stays the same so far, and the torch and the axe take turns, which is interesting. A little bit of a nightmare. I wish the morning star was replaced instead, because that's the one I never have a use for. The shield is obviously very useful. You get to turn off one of the red rooms, which preferably... It's you'd preferably use it on the weight room to not lose half your steps, but as an alternative, because sometimes you can just buy the steps back via other mechanics. The one you really don't want is the archives, losing the ability to see what I'm placing. Unless I'm just spamming them for the sake of getting that one lab experiment to trigger, but that's not that effective. Do I care about the master bedroom? It would give me like 15 steps for placing it. But it's not going to benefit any of my current goals. I'm tempted to just place the east wing hallway, but I don't get the benefit of it branching outward because I already have access to the Great Hall. I think I'm going to redraw just to see if I can RNG into anything really good. The attic. That's pretty good. I'll give up on the bottom corner then. I don't... Let's see. So there's the compass. I need the... magnifying glass. There we go. Oh, the car keys. What does the car keys give you? Besides the permanent upgrade that I already have now? Ah, the secret garden key. Okay, come on. This has to be it, right? Things have to come together today. They can't do this to me. Are there clues on this thing? The brothers we heard about, right? I'm pointing. Okay. God, I have the secret garden key, so I have the magnifying glass. Magnifying glass metal detector makes a torch. I also have the other torch, so I guess I didn't need that anyway. Gear wrench lets me edit the rarity of gear rooms. I haven't spawned a single one yet, unfortunately. Sledgehammer, battery pack, and broken lever makes me my super hammer. Like, we're good. Ooh. The treasure map. So this spot has a secret dig spot when I get there. Okay. A treasure map. We have only seen that once before. It is just like a piece of paper, though, so that's like a good example of one of the things I'd be afraid that I might just leave behind and not notice as an item. I'm constantly afraid of that kind of stuff happening because... both because I'm trying to play the game and also because it's documented, so people are all gonna notice. They're all gonna know. Okay, so I didn't get to the bottom corner, but otherwise we're pretty good. It's worth noting now that if I get to that one specific tile, I can treasure hunt it and get some kind of reward in that room too. I don't remember what it was last time, but it's probably just like a cache of helpful supplies. Not great draws. Security. I could try to make security more common. Standard, commonplace. Maybe standard is common enough for gear rooms without it being out of hand. I just want to make all the other ones also standard. Because if they get spammy, they could get really annoying. But my goal is to try to spawn like all of them, so I don't know. Security is drawn all the time, it should be fine. What are you pinging on? Oh, little coin. Oop. So that's what that interface looks like. Keycard system. The keycard is unfortunately not one of the things that I have from the last run. I have a shockingly complex inventory already, but that doesn't feature that. Security menu, log into network, swan song. I thankfully typed that in frequently enough that I have it memorized and don't have to like check my notes each time. Experiment setup. One goal to your allowance or set your steps to 40. I have a lot of goals today potentially, so I think I want to have set steps to 40. Whenever you draft an archive floor plan, I want to never do that. Find trash while digging. Probably that one. Just hope that I can keep increasing my steps back up to 40. Security doors are so much less reliable. I wish I could do the increase my allowance, but we're trying to make a progress run right now. I mean, I always am. It's just I don't usually have that much hope in that context. Okay, so I've seen the breaker room a few times and just haven't placed it, unfortunately. But maybe next time. The secret garden key. This should be a good spot for that, actually. Not that there's like a perfect place for it, but this one should give me, yeah, both doors. That's good. There's no special items in here. Admittedly, I might have all of the items that would ever spawn. This room could reasonably spawn, the watering can. I don't have that one yet. Nope. I don't have my... There we go. My instructions weren't on the screen. Tomb candles, mechanarium, easy room, turn scorched, sundial base, chest room. Yeah, okay. Not a lot to think about. It's mostly just me hunting for the crafting. Only one dig spot. Okay. Well, I don't exactly need to be reset to 40 right now. Treasure trove means more money, but I don't necessarily want money. I have more than enough to buy all the food at a food place. Kitchen. My brain, what happened is commissary came to mind, and I'm like, no, that's not, in this game, commissary doesn't mean food. Actually, it can, can't it? I think they sell bananas and stuff sometimes. We don't really care about steps this run. Treasure trove is tempting. But it doesn't actually give me anything besides a bunch of money. And I don't necessarily need the money. So I'm just going to use every chance I can to RNG into getting better stuff, maybe. I don't care about the study or the kitchen. That sucks. Using the gems to redraw, I guess that helps with the RNG. If the desperation sets in and the game gives me a lot of, hello, a lot of gems this run, I could use that to my benefit. Maybe? D8, it's December 8th, right? Don't do this one so often. Yeah, it makes sense to draw this room because at least I have the additional chance at having the power to redraw rooms even more via gems. I don't want to spend my gems that way because they can go down very quickly, but additional options not going to hurt me, that's for sure. Alright, next up, what can I do with this one? I don't know why I clicked on the basement key like that's going to do anything. Alright, so, another element is in play. I just want the greenhouse and the workshop. And I'll also take any of the gear rooms I can while I'm at it. These are not priority rooms. Go for the redraw. Greenhouse. Are you serious? Okay. What is the... Oh, that's the redraw with gems floor plan thing. Right, okay. Yeah, no, the greenhouse is one of the ones I want. That's a good find. We are not giving you the lever. That's very funny that right next to where the lever goes, you also can beat the wall down with it. You do it just right. Hey, there's the watering can, so even more gems. I don't know what water does in this room. I know it's normally like has water pouring down and leaking and stuff. I just don't know if it changes the characteristics of this room. It might increase... Water might increase the chance of having the special flowers that cause gems to spawn in this room. Let's see. Watering can. Watering can. There's 2 more gems for me. I have a comical number of items now. Where's the treasure map point? Over 1, down 3. That one. The one that the security door points at is where I can dig up treasure. But before that happens, I need the game to give me the breaker room or the security card. Ooh. Right, because the secret ground spreads fruit throughout the house, yeah. That always throws me off. I'm already like self-evidently excited about the secret garden each time, so I don't really pay attention to its special effect and just kind of like get surprised by that every time. It's very silly. Alright, not doing great on keys, considering. Do I want the solarium? I'm afraid to spawn the solarium because I have not yet spawned the breaker room. These are also just bad shapes. I think I might go for the observatory. I'm worried that the solarium probably makes rare rooms more common by making common rooms more rare. And I have common rooms that I would like to spawn still. Oh my goodness. 6 shapes, okay. So 5 more gems, a key, apples are better, 3 steps, 2 chests are added to the front room, and, ooh, 4-way crosses are more common. That's not good. That's a bad change for my current RNG, because it means a lot of red rooms are more common. Yep, immediately bad. Okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of the archives, because it's really bad. Disable its effect up front. Or it can get me. Get over here. Nope. I was gonna work for a dead end, but I guess not. This one could be a dead end, potentially. Courtyard's fine. Another green room, more potential loot. I kind of feel like I should take every single free redraw I get my hands on, with the hopes of drawing what I want. These suck. Guest bedroom's not useful to me this run. Secret passage would be broken, and the rotunda is just kind of annoying. And I don't think the rotunda has an upside in itself. It's just a weird 4-way hallway. So in this case, I'd be paying 3 gems for trash. I might as well just spend a gem to get a better room. Woof. Okay. Maybe just get the dark room out of the way, so I can go around it reasonably from this side. But also, if I get the breaker room I want, I can also undo its negative effects. The weight room? I'd rather not. Gift shop's pretty useless. The weight room has no upsides besides opening one of the doors that I don't need this run. Hallway wouldn't hurt. It helps ensure that I can in fact go around the dark room without having to deal with its nonsense. Oh, we're just gonna be drawing the weight room all the time now, huh? How many gear rooms do I have? The security. So this would only have 2 doors, probably, which is kind of shit. And we're attached to the dark room already, so the second door would be there. So this would be really shit. I could lose half my steps to the weight room, but it's only... I'd have to draw a green room to save myself. The Cloister of Rena is common right now, so I might be able to draw the Cloister of Rena to undo the weight room effect, and then the weight room being out of the pool might save me. Because this I got fucked by the observatories, just so we're clear. It's going to spawn 4-way doors constantly. Every time I draw the weight room, I lose my free reroll. So I think I want to spawn the weight room, take the negative effect, and then try to spawn the Cloister of Rena, because if I can then dig up trash, then the trash will make me hello, go back to having 40 steps. Okay, so we're back to having the free reroll, which is good. Don't want any of these rooms necessarily. Cloister of Rena. Okay. Yeah, the chapel's fine as far as loot goes. So losing 3 gems here, but I'll get some of them back maybe. One of them right now. Alright, so dig me 1 trash, please. Please don't make this be the time that this is hard to do. Okay, an old shoe. So 40 steps. There it goes. Okay. Whew. Slightly stressful situation resolved. I think that's every red 4-way door in the game. So I think I'm safe now from that mess. I can still draw red rooms, but I'm not going to draw them constantly like from that effect. At least there's that. The utility closet. We do want it. Yeah, I don't want it to be there. That sucks. Okay. How close am I to getting closed off here? The antechamber. The bottom door is open by the greenhouse. The left door is open by the secret garden. So I've opened... And the weight room. Okay, yeah, it's the weight room. So I've opened the... I've opened the left and bottom doors. The Great Hall is already on the board, so I can open all 3 doors. All 4 actually, because underground's very easy to open via the underground. So... If I do fail to draw a left turn from the cloister arena, I can go to the Great Hall, open the door that has the leftover lever in it, and then that will give me access to the top right corner of the map. So the utility closet shouldn't be that dangerous. This is already commonplace because I changed its rarity today. Gymnasium off, darkroom on, garage on, security off. Okay, so now I can access the places that were in trouble earlier. Oof. Might as well go down here and see if I can spawn a dead end. And benefit. Please give me a workshop game, I'm begging you. These are all worthless rooms to me. So redraw to just keep getting maximum RNG. Oof. I just keep redrawing maybe. The furnace is not great. Secret passage would be wasted here. And aquarium just doesn't help. And I have all these gems. Room closet? I guess? How much more do I even want to... items do I need at this point? Silver key, I guess. And a dice. Oh, and this is the secret door, isn't it? North of security. I think I just lost the... There we go. Treasure map. Looks like the spot. Time to start digging. It's good. Hope it's a little pocket workshop. Whoa. You discovered having the ability to change things without needing a specific table. A long dig noise. Coffers of Mount Holly. I don't remember how much this gives you. Is it just... Okay, 25 coins, 3 gems. That's fine. Not run defining or anything, but it's there. If you want it. Let's see, I can head back down here, so I might as well. And just fill in this bit of dead end around here. We no longer need to deal with security. I am low on keys. So maybe I do want the garage for the keys. But it's an awkward bit of dead end having at the moment. Yeah. In fact, I have the car keys, right? So I can even open the back of this for an additional bonus. You fucker. There's the key card. For all the use it has now. Any items over here? Nope, just the tape. What'd you find? Another key. Okay, so I have 5 keys. That went well. And the key card, which is just very silly. Please give me the workshop. I also just missed the chance to tweak the rarity of the laboratory, but I think that one might already be commonplace, or whatever the second rarity is. I want them mostly to be the second rarity, I think, so that they're not just really annoying. None of these are what I want. Can you please give me what I want, game? Guess I'll use the dice. Let's do the aquarium because it'll at least give me 2 more doorways. And maybe dig up some dirt. Nope, no trash today, but I got steps from my sleeping mask. Alright. Spread to the green rooms. Hardly necessary, but let's go for the free do I want green room? I already have the greenhouse and the secret garden, so I don't know if green rooms serve a purpose for me anymore. I don't have the veranda, so it's not more likely to spawn anything. Just want specific items to happen, please. Green rooms become free, I guess. Courtyard's at least a good shape. But I should probably just be more aggressively spamming my gems at this point. Oh, there's my steps reset again. That's the primary benefit of them at this point. Hey, some dice. In addition to my gems, which functionally have the same purpose. Hey, gems. Those are functionally dice. I'm only spawning the secret passage when it's already going to be wasted by the shape of the room. Like, come on, man. Okay, let's spawn the solarium. I need the workshop to happen. And this should make the rare room more common. And now that I've spawned the brick room and it's not going to screw me over and I can get past security now, I'm good there. Just reset my steps to 40 again when they were only at 39. I'm begging you, Mr. Video Game. Right? I don't want these rooms. Patio. I just don't want these rooms. Come on, man. The pool would add more rooms I don't want to the pool. The ballroom would take all my gems away. The maid's chamber's not helpful. The workshop. Become common, you fucker. Swear to fucking God. It's not even rare. The workshop, which has been killing me, is not even rare. It's unusual. Are you serious? Alright, well the workshop's commonplace now, you fucker. There's a whole mechanic hiding behind you. You need to not hide from me. That's so mean. Okay, God, I went through something emotionally just now. Okay. Metal detector. Magnifying glass. I don't need this. We already have a torch, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'll keep my metal detector. Metal broken lever, sledgehammer, battery pack. Power hammer. Jesus Christ, finally. I have a battery. I have a power hammer. I have a torch. This is unfortunately not a tomb run, so I still... I have the basement key, though. And the things at the water level... No, it still has to be... Yeah, I've already done the other side of the lake. I need the tomb specifically to open up so I can do that. But that's not that bad. I just need to draw the armory in a run that I draw the tomb, which shouldn't be that hard. all things considered. The stuff that's in play this run is much more intimidating. Okay, now we just see what else I get to draw before we run out of rooms, which is much less stressful. A silver key. The silver key is kind of useless because I already have the effect. Mailroom for a package tomorrow is like fine. Don't need the money from the office. Let's just do a redraw and see what happens from the free one. Not amazing. Probably better to at least have a right turn. So it would give me access to potentially getting into this place. Laboratory. Standard is fine, I think. I draw the lab all the time. I don't want to dilute, for example, my chances of getting the workshop. Given that four-way doors are already made more common right now, I don't know how much I care about the thing. This could give me a rare key. I think I will go for the music shop. Ooh. Vault key. Alright, game, give me the fucking vault. I can try to spam gems until they give me the vault, maybe. Do I want to use the silver? Not really. If I don't get a good room, I can just go all the way around again. Mostly useless. Get my free redraw. The vault! We do like the vault. Okay. Yeah. Let's go in the vault, get $1 billion more, but mainly open up that new vault key door thing. It's like I'm being rewarded karmically for doing all of that fucking reading investigation of the other stuff. And now just unrelated things are working out. It's 149, so it's like way further over here. An allowance token and a passport. I hope it's a new country. It's not, is it? It's Fen Ares. A second Fen Ares passport is not that helpful. Okay, allowance token and some money, though. Diplomatic pass. Expires 1984. Samantha Hayes. J. Ribbon. Jean Ribbon. Samantha Hayes. Aresian. Looks like the same photo. Diplomatic pass, international passport. So this one is presumably I mean, they're both counterfeit, right? Their names are wrong. So this is just the process of them trying to make different counterfeit passports for her in the process. Okay, so not a huge moment. I got some money and I got some money and I got another allowance token. And I guess just in general, if you open up a vault, they want to give you a passport to help you do the thing, to solve the thing. Although Fen Ares is also the one you get already from the example Sigil book, so it's not really much of a find. Yeah, aquarium, hallway, back to the cloister. I did not end up connecting to the antechamber, so I'm at risk of not reaching it if I want to, but I should be able to draw a right turn, hopefully, with gem spam, so that I don't get stuck. Or a silver key, actually. Would increase my chances. Dining room, but bad. Laboratory and workshop are 2 gear rooms. Utility closet, that's 3 gear rooms. Security is 4 gear rooms. That's interesting. So this would be the 5th one. 1, 2, 3, then 2 other corners. Do I want to draw the mechanarium like that, though? I was suspecting the mechanarium might intentionally not draw doors on the walls where it can't. So I wonder if I can create a better trap for it. Because right now I'm not going to get the 8th door. Granted, I haven't drawn the gallery, so I don't have a great chance anyway, unfortunately. Dining room would get me forward, but not to the right. Have I opened the... I'd have to go all the way down to the Great Hall to open the right. And I'm not doing great on sources of steps. So that would not be great for me, although I think the conservatory has a dig spot. But it might not give me what I want either. So I don't really want to run back and forth over and over again. The rotunda would let me turn right more safely. And also be able to rotate it to get to the antechamber. Which ones are open again right now? The bottom door is open. That means I can use the rotunda to get access to the top corner too. Okay. Let's place the rotunda. Yep, we have access to that. Oh, right, I don't have access to that other room unless I fucking go all the way down to the Great Hall. I'm tempted to try to test the mechanarium idea. But I have to open that door via down there. So it's like... Oh god, it's not a good path, right? This side's open. No, it's not. This side could be open. No, that's not how it connects. So it has to be this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. A round trip to the Great Hall from here would take me to 0 steps. Brutal. Okay. So then based on that I can only continue to my right then. I was going to see if I can go open the door, because then I can go to the antechamber and spawn a room up here. And then when I spawned the... If I could spawn the mechanarium here, it would only have 5 slots available for doors total, the 4 corners and the forward hallway. Well, that would require the top room to not have accessibility to it in order to make that possible. So I don't know how viable that is anyway. But ultimately, that'd just be a lot of RNG or me spamming through my entire collection of remaining gems, potentially, so it's not amazing. But, was thinking about it. Let's do a redraw. Boiler room's not bad. Conference. I'll take the boiler room. It's another gear, making our chances even better for the mechanarium situation. And I also might be able to dig up trash here. No dirt this time. I really hope I don't get fucked over and lose my ability to get back. I also don't have running shoes, which would help me get back to the other parts of the game more safely. Bedroom means free steps. But not much else. I'll do the nurse's station. That's kind of worth it. Just be a little more safe on steps. Don't love spending one of my remaining things on this one specifically, but if the nurse's station is in play, then I'm more likely to be able to do a little triage if steps get bad. But also it gave me steps just for making it, so... Come on, Mechanarium. The throne room. The chapel, the terrace. Throne room is not helpful right now. I might take the dining room for the steps. Yeah. And then just, this is it. Just spam. I get to go back and enjoy the stuff I've earned so far, but I can potentially spam my remaining gems until I get stuff that's really good. Primarily, I don't know. It would be nice to get a coat check. Oh, the coat check's a little bit at the beginning. Yes, okay. I can coat check my my super hammer. Okay, that should be worth it. Good. Okay. So I don't need a coat check. I also have 59 steps now, so I'm good. I can stop worrying about being able to whether this run's gonna fall apart. I can officially just spam my remaining gems until I get something good, of which, like, it's really silly how the planetary... I only draw the secret passage, guys. This is silly. It's like the third or fourth time this run. I only draw the secret passage into dead ends where it's already a dead end, so I can't place it, or I can't use its effect. Rafting studio, new floor plan. That's a good one. Let's take it for the progress, and then spam all my remaining gems towards getting just the Mechanarium specifically, which I don't know if it'll spawn or not, but I can try. The kennel. Each time you dig in a room, unlock all doors in that room. Wild premise. I want to meet the puppies. There's probably no dogs in the room right now, but I want the dog room. Give it to me. Alright, I may not get my Mechanarium thing, but we did successfully get the wrench, and that let me tweak the rarity of almost every room. I would like to draw the Mechanarium not only to try to test if I can do what I want, but also because if it doesn't work, I can still test, I can still alter its rarity. Room directory. Mechanarium. Unusual. Okay, so I can definitely make it more common. That would help a bit. So that's definitely a good incentive to draw it, hopefully. The trophy room is useless to me. Walk-in closet at this point is useless to me. The best thing the walk-in closet could do is give me the sneakers, so I don't lose steps running around. But at this point, I should be good. Bedroom. What I have written down for super hammer rooms, I feel like I don't have that many written down. The weight room, which I already did, secret garden, greenhouse, and then the cracked wall question mark. Yeah. So mainly all that's coming to mind is the chest room's cracked wall and the two green rooms that are next to each other. So I already have those. None of these come to mind. Yeah, the walk-in closet, and I don't need the sneakers from the walk-in closet because we're already doing shockingly good on steps. I don't need the keys. I forgot to review the price of the Mechanarium. Damn it. The break room. It's tempting just so I could have the key card next run. But I'm trying to go all in, man. These are bad. Am I just like, am I out of stuff in this? The locksmith. I I am once again worrying about whether or not the 8-room door and the 8th door at the Mechanarium are the same thing or not. Because I'm reminded of the fact that I never drew the gallery. So I guess the best I can do is tweak its rarity, unless it's not the same door. Unsure. But I don't need keys this run, so we should be good. So let's just keep going. I don't think I'm gonna get it. No. I don't think the Mechanarium is free either. Well, I'm out of gems. Given these options and the fact that I'm fine on steps, the mailroom's the obvious choice because I get a package tomorrow. So I'd rather have a bonus next run than not having a bonus next run. I think there's no drops though. Yeah, this is the one where I'm like, is that a... Yeah, that probably is a rain hood. It's just the color, I think the color scheme gives it a desert vibe, and so maybe even the writing style, I don't know. But I don't think she's wearing any kind of like religious style, like desert garb thing. And instead, I think she's wearing a rainy, she's wearing a rain jacket, and that's rain falling down. That's probably what's going on there with Araya. Araya or Raja, I'm not gonna obsess over that. Alright, so, some hopes were dashed, but some stuff worked out. I got the workshop. I have 2 versions of the torch. I guess we'll just keep an eye out on the way back out for any kind of lightable torch spots. We want the torch for the ability to scorch the, the nurse's station's up there, we don't need that. We're not entirely clear on why or what we're doing there, but it says to scorch the sundial, so I'm gonna try to scorch the sundial. Specifically, it says turn the scorched sundial, so I'm going to try to take the fire there and see if that's usable, but the big priority is I'm really excited about using the hammer finally. And then I guess the question maybe is, do I even want to store the... I think around the... I'm looking around the map just thinking, like, do any of these rooms have torches? Oh, another gem that I should have grabbed back when I made this room safe. Trying to think of like what places may or may not have torch spots. Because that comes into play with the torch. Yeah, I finally had the torch, but I'm just kind of like got ambient hype about it because I keep trying to get it. But I don't know how useful the torch is, honestly. Besides maybe the sundial thing. Whatever's going on with that puzzle, because the, I can't do the tomb still, because this isn't a tomb run. And so I couldn't help but think, like, should I be putting the torch in the coat check? I don't know. I don't know if there's another super sledge location left. It might be useless to check it. But it's such a pain in the ass to make. Where is it? Shovel, salt, no. Also, my icon's over here. I guess this is because I walked so far into the secret garden because it sticks out the map. Oh, did I leave it on the table? That's mortifying, but probably not that big of a deal because I do have steps still, but oh god, that could have killed my run. It's still not great for my step count. I hope I do okay here. Oh, that really stressed me out just now. I think I crafted the super sledge, then left it on the table and walked away. Because I forgot that it doesn't just go in your inventory when you craft it. Not the detail I thought was gonna— oh my god. Okay, it's here. I'm like, I was just staring in disbelief when the animation didn't start, and I'm like, what's going on here? And then I'm like, there's no mechanic where I like lose this item. That's not a thing. So I was like, whatever happened, I didn't like sell it or something. Like whatever's going on, it can't be that bad. But I did lose like 15 steps now, I think, just now from walking back and forth, so hopefully I do okay on getting where I need to actually go. I do not love that that just happened. Okay. Super sledge animation now? Okay. Got it. What does that do? Okay. Maybe make it, maybe I'd make it face the hedges? Because this direction is a broken wall I already opened. We originally made it point at that direction because it opens up the secret lever. That was ages ago. I hope this isn't the thing I get confused by and don't know what to do on next on. 9 arrow, 3 arrow was a thing from a while ago. I don't know if that's relevant. Do I have a series of cardinal directions to figure out a puzzle for? Okay. Hi. Huh. Okay. Gotcha. So, what symbol is that? What symbol is that? Hey. Hang on a minute. Blueprints, folder, classrooms, worksheets. Okay, so I'm not crazy. In the geography worksheet, none of the countries had that symbol. The weird rectangle with the nubs on it. That's on top of the fact that Orinda areas and Fen areas both weirdly seem to have the pentagon. I don't know what that means. Either way, I'm going to screenshot this. Secret Garden Sigil. There we go. Because either way, like, I'm good, right? I should be able to go down underground and just put this one in, regardless, because I have it. I don't need to know what its name is. So whatever's wrong with my methodology, isn't that the whole ass sigil? So that's just one of the answers. I'm slightly let down because I'm always excited to get some kind of upgrade, but that's one of the 8 sigils just fucking given to me whole cloth. Huh. Surprising lack of like an upgrade disc or an allowance token or anything to make me extra feel good, but I guess if I reached this part of the game and got that and I didn't know about that puzzle yet, I'd be like, oh fuck. I'd suddenly be like, I gotta write down all these fucking sigils apparently. This is gonna come up later because my reward for this was just a visual. That would kind of communicate that in a funny way. What's in here? The original gardener's logbook? February 1990 until I got fired. She loves me not. She loves me not. Oh, yep. The gardener's the guy who stole the stuff, and that's all the letters they cut up for the secret letter. Correspondence envelopes. So those are the red envelopes. So this is like the blackmailing room. It's a secret lair where he would orchestrate this stuff. This is a record of my many indiscretions and lapses of judgment. Should this logbook ever be found, know that my guilt is exceeded only by my failings. Let's see. Accessible, appreciated by both guests and family. That would be the day. Served as groundskeeper, however many more yet to come. Not many, apparently. More years left. Dead or veins crossed out. Let's see. I was informed by Randolph Moore that my employer's company, Synca, has decided to deny my request to announce my discovery to the public, completely discarding my years of hard work and dedication to this project. Wait, I don't remember. Oh, these are new. Yeah, the other notebook didn't say this stuff. Was that one fabricated? Okay. I'll read it all from scratch then. As the groundskeeper of a vast estate, it is my responsibility to ensure the property remains well maintained and beautiful all year round. From the many green rooms of the manor to the sprawling lawns, it is my duty to attend to every aspect of the grounds, ensuring that they are orderly, presentable, and accessible so that they may be appreciated by both guests and the family. That'd be the day. This logbook, many years overdue, will serve as a record of some of my duties, discoveries, and contributions I have made to the estate over the many years I have served here as groundskeeper, and hopefully many more are yet to come. Not many, apparently. Yeah, this one doesn't feature the soil samples. February 25th, 1990. A few months ago, I made a truly remarkable discovery in my role of Mount Holly horticulturist. Through the years of breeding and experimentation, I successfully created a new species of flower with a fruit that resembles a gemstone in every detail. How? Although the fruit is not edible, it is nevertheless a marvel of nature, possessing all the beauty and brilliance of a genuine jewel, but with the added benefit of being entirely organic. Despite the creation of this flower being my proudest accomplishment to date, get away. My joy was slightly curbed when I was informed by Randolph Moore that my employer's company, Synca, had decided to deny my request to announce my discovery to the public, completely disregarding my years of hard work and dedication to this project. This decision was absolute rubbish. I have poured my heart and soul into this project, investing countless hours of research and experimentation to create something truly extraordinary. I feel this flower has the potential to make a significant impact on the field of horticulture, and it feels like such a waste to keep a gem like this hidden away for, quote, further research. As I suspected, they wanted the flower to serve primarily as a cheap way to produce resources for special floor plans. October 21st, 1990. I had hopes for this logbook, but I have struggled to find a reason to add another entry. My employer's decision earlier this year has left me feeling disheartened, and I find it difficult to find the motivation to continue my work. I'm aware that my disappointment is affecting my performance, and I am reminded of that daily when I see the houseplant slowly dying as I make my rounds. Perhaps I should just quit. I really should have. January 8th, 1991. My ambition has been reignited. I overheard, perhaps with some prodding, that the employee contracts for the staff are kept within the Baron's private office on the 10th rank. A fact that I found quite remarkable considering that the house has only 9 ranks. This all but confirms the long-held suspicion that the rumored 46th room is in fact north of the antechamber, a suspicion that I had always considered too obvious to be plausible. As much as I wish to abandon all pretense of caring about my job to focus on this new project, I fear I must resume my gardening duties for the sake of appearances. It has, after all, been a long time since the north side of the house has received the groundskeeper's undivided attention. Let's trim the hedges and see what we find. It turned out to be a massive ruse. They just invented a puzzle to trick him into doing his job, and this is all for him. January 11th, 1991. If there is a 10th rank, it is impossible to perceive its existence from the outside. So if it does exist, then I'm going to assume that reaching it can only be done through the antechamber. Sadly, security has only gotten tighter in the years after Mary's disappearance, and that room is no longer locked behind regular doors that can be opened by regular keys. No! That'd be too easy. Instead, the Baron has remote access levers installed in several different rooms of the house. Funny enough, I already know the location of 3 of these levers, as one was recently installed in the greenhouse and 2 others were installed in the secret garden. It's almost like they were choosing green rooms just to tempt me. Antechamber lever locations, Great Hall, Secret Garden sealed. Secret Garden, Mechanarium, Greenhouse, Weight Room sealed. The Secret Garden has a secret lever for the Great Hall replacement? Did I miss that? It appears that each antechamber door has one primary access lever in addition to a redundancy in another location. March 10th, 1991. Although these past few months of exploration have yet to yield the fruit I seek, I have in that time gained a much greater mastery of the estate and have stolen many glimpses behind the black curtain that veils her many secrets. Among the more exciting of my recent finds was the discovery of a chamber hidden in one of the outer rooms, sealed shut behind a false wall. The stale quality of the air and unmistakable aroma of corroded metal led me to believe that this chamber has remained sealed for many decades. Within it, I found a large vat and a copper still, their time-worn surfaces streaked with creeping veins of oxidation and rust. Resealed in January after Deal in Reddington fell through. So they were using it to... Yeah, that's the... we found this too. This is in the trading post. I'm unsure if these instruments can be restored to working condition, but if they can, I may yet find a use for the sugar beets and potato stores rotting away in the root cellar. August 4th, 1991. At last, I have finally discovered the location of one of the north levers. It is deep underground in a location so far removed from the estate's plant life that had I been discovered, I would have been completely vulnerable without any excuse but curiosity to offer my captor. And as anxious as I was to pull it, I have decided to wait until the Baron is away, as it reduces the risk of being caught significantly. And once he leaves, I don't think that a delay in returning would be too hard to engineer now that Kristoff is under my thumb and beholden to do whatever I command. Sinclair's Inner Sanctum. August 15th, 1991. Well, there's no turning back now. After reaching the objective I have been working towards for the last 4 months, I made an impulsive decision in the heat of the moment and took more than just my contract. I found something that I knew could give me the chance to make back some of the money I felt was owed to me, and I grabbed the opportunity without really considering the consequences. Given that there is now only one missing file in the staff contracts, I have unwittingly left an incriminating trail leading directly back to me. My only hope is that they consider it too obvious to be plausible. I'm almost positive that I'm not going to get away with it, but at this point I feel I owe it to myself to get what's coming to me one way or another. So that's probably when he snatched all of the files. Yeah, that's because he did the whole silly serial killer stuff, which we see over here. Okay, I'm going to document all of that real quick because I'm just learning to do that in the spot because it's agony to have to look up specific documents later. Alrighty, it's funny. I went to go to my to-do list to check off the stuff that I've done, and there's nothing to check off because me sledging these 2 walls wasn't on my list, technically. It was just seared in my brain. So he wrote the moon, too, so I wonder if he also took it took the master's daughter's locket? Which would be maybe kind of cruel. Alright, don't have as many steps as I would like to have right now. I've never opened a lever in this room, right? Now I'm curious. It might get spammy and annoying, but I'm like, let's flip all these levers for a bit. It says that this is the secret place for the... Yeah, that notebook said that there's 2 different secret garden levers. Let's see. So the left one is the one I already knew about from the first time. Yeah. But the right door is the Great Hall. The right lever is the Great Hall. It's from in the Great Hall. Does do a different thing on each direction? Okay, this moon was originally here, I believe. So maybe it has 4 different things it can be switched to. And now the wall's broken down, I can freely do that. And this is going to be a second lever? Yep. Okay. So now that I have this open, this is a very powerful place. So now I can open 2 of these 4 doors with just the Great Hall. Sorry, with just the Secret Garden. Really saying, I'm like autopiloting. I'm thinking one thing while still saying the thing I'm trying to say, and then I end up just like fucking autopiloting into saying the wrong thing and then not catching it at first because I'm trying to think about the next thing I'm working on and so on. Okay, so all 3 doors are open, and now if I get to the underground, I'll open the 4th door. I don't know if there's an achievement for doing all 4. Otherwise, we don't care that much. Shovel, salt, paper crown, gear wrench, basement key, car keys, compass, night. I never used the night. Oh, no, I did it. I used it once. It's just expired now, I assume. Do all these items. Did the treasure map already. Already used the vault key. Okay, so I'm down to just the torch. The torch and the super sledge have 1 more place each at least where I want to use them. So let's get back outside. How do I do that? Lots of complex pathing, so we probably just want to go to the foundation. Right. Forward, then down twice, okay. The most step-efficient way of getting around is likely via this foundation. Already dug these spots up. Yeah, don't want to get into step trouble. What am I detecting? Did it spawn a new coin? So I'm gonna go to... There's nothing down here I want, unless I just want to open the 4th door for fun. No, I want to go out the front... I want to go out this tunnel. Because the chess room puzzle door is under the elevator. And the sundial is off in the garden. I'm already here, so I'll do this one first, because it's the fewest steps. Just gotta hope for the best. Hope it's cool. I'm looking at my to-do list and I still have the suspect list admin keys written out. So LEEB gave me an admin key, but I don't know what the point of it was. It didn't seem to accomplish anything. Wrong spot. So hopefully I figure something else about that out at some point, because what the fuck? That was like a lot of puzzle solving to do to then not have a payoff. Please tell me I can break this. No! Oh, there it is. Jesus, that startled me. What the fuck? Castle. Add this to the screenshot folder. Boo. Castle clue chess puzzle room. Castle. I don't... Well, at least I broke it open. So I don't have to break it open again, because nothing I've broken open has fallen back apart. Castle. Let's see, where'd this clue come from again? There was a picture of a cracked wall just in a drawing. Was that in... I think that might have been in the train metro where a handful of these clues came from. Huh. It's not chess pieces. I was like, maybe the chess pieces then are translated to, like, you know, a letter, the row numbers. Castle doesn't match, doesn't match the length of the building or the width. It doesn't match the 8 we keep going for all the time. Just castle. Okay. Don't know what that means yet, but it is open, so it shouldn't be a problem. Like, I have access to it from now on, although it doesn't even look interactive, necessarily. So since it doesn't even look interactive, I don't think I really need to... Can I break this open? Nope. It's getting dark. I'm not used to it being so dark around here. I feel like I've been recording this episode all day. Whenever I document a book or something, I stop and do that for a bit. I did research at the beginning where I had to, like, sit there and, like, read through all the books and figure out the series of clues we were working on earlier. And so I've just been continually recording, but every time I interrupt it for documenting books and so on, I cut the recording, so I have no idea how much footage I have right now. If it's long enough, I might have put the me figuring stuff out at the end of the previous episode, if that one was much shorter or something. It probably was, because I think it was a failed run, and that's what led to the frustration of me being like, okay, I need to hunker down and figure some more stuff out before I go back in there, because I need to have more information to work with. And I did get some stuff. Although we haven't used any of it yet, which is funny. Or at least nothing's come of it yet. Ah, water. I agonized over that information, and it gave us primarily the Sundial clue and the admin key, but the admin key didn't seem to have any new functionality. I hope I'm not missing something, but I could not tell. It seemed like it was just the same menu options as always, and none of them had anything new. And I don't even know if this is going to do anything. Will the torch do something here? Oh. Oh. Okay, is there a specific part of each part of this floor that is susceptible to being burned? Or is it just that 2 parts? Is it they have to match? Did I do it? I guess you can rotate it. Does the other part rotate? Did it do something? Oh, yeah, you can move that part too. Turn scorched sundial base. What What am I turning it to? Are they supposed to be lined up with the same spot? My guess right now is that I'm failing to trigger the spot that lets you highlight the last one. Maybe not. There's this weird seam right here. Oh. Oh. It's weird that I lined it up based on a weird seam and not the actual burn spots. I don't get the scorch clue. I feel like maybe you can line up the third one, but no, like it did. They're lined up on opposite sides. I don't think I fully got the clue then, but that weird seam kind of gives it to you, so... Weird? I don't... After how much I worked to get there to the clue, I'm a little... It's a little disappointing that it feels like I didn't solve it weirdly. It is legitimately getting dark. Is this my longest day ever? This might be what they mean by if you draft it quite late. Do I have to wait until the sun goes down and the stars come out and then I draft the music room, which has the word major on it, and then I finally get the correct key? It's a room about generating special keys, and it never generates the key I specifically need. It's closing on me. Do I care about that? I don't know. I got in and it gave me the throne room, so past that I don't know if I care about that room ever again. But what happens over here? I hope it's some good shit. What's it do? 30 gems per day. That's fucking huge. The satellite dish has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. New experimental data packets can now be uploaded to the laboratory from Cinca, and inbound electronic mail and communications from offsite will no longer be blocked. Oh. So I guess this is the Cinca download or whatever, the data transfer that that the game was implied to be getting at some point. There's that one menu option in the computers that never works. And so it must work now. And then I guess there might be new... I don't know if they mean that there's new emails in general, like I can access more that were locked before, or if they mean that I think they might mean that I now have internet, basically. And I can now just actually talk to somebody. Which would be wild. You might be able to communicate directly with somebody. Can you access both of these things from this this spot, the grotto? Is it Lieb? Network settings. Yeah, they're all turned on. Offsite connection. Satellite link operational. Inbound and outbound permissions and offsite communications with Sync are fully functional. But this is just settings, so I don't think you access it from here. Data files. Yeah, surprisingly, this doesn't seem to be a thing where you use computers. You can't use computers at the big crazy computer room. I think you do need to use the official ones. We're down to 6 steps. 1. Laboratories all the way up here, secures all the way up here. Yeah, we're not reaching there in 6 steps. I think the priority here should be that I'm gonna put the super sledgehammer in the coat check so that I can reasonably get it back without having to craft it again from scratch. Maybe. Will that take the hammer out of play? That would suck. I don't know. I do still want the sledgehammer, so losing the power hammer that way might suck. I really have a lot of mixed feelings about the coat check and how it feels limiting. Man. I want the power hammer available if I ever need it again, but I don't know if I ever need it again. And I just made the workshop common. So it should be much more reasonable to make it again. I think I want to put the gear wrench in the coat check because it never spawns. This is my first time having a gear wrench ever. And I want to verify whether or not the throne room will spawn the paper crown once you put it there. I don't know if I'm mixed. I spawned most of the gear rooms and made them more common, I believe. So we're basically down to just the mechanarium. The paper crown. I think the paper crown might be powerful enough of an item that I want to be able to access it more easily than having to earn it again from scratch, which is relatively hard. So I might not get the room. The gear wrench mostly did its job. I've already modified the rarities of things, and I'm worried that if I put the power hammer in there that I won't ever draw any of the components of the power hammer again. Which I guess, like, I don't care about the lever or the battery. I just care about the sledgehammer. It would suck if I can't get a sledgehammer the easy way, because it's a pretty common item, because it's in there, and then I constantly can't open any of the lockboxes everywhere to help my runs be healthier. Whereas the paper crown is really helpful, but rare enough that it's hard to get. And yeah, the gear wrench I think I might be done with. I might be done with the gear wrench. I don't know, it's hard to make these decisions. Oh hey, these guys are still here, speaking of. More dice that could have helped a little bit. But I would have had to run all the way here. You wanna know what I want to put in the coat check is my $184 I have nothing to do with. Can't even make it back to the armory to buy the Morning Star for 1 star. Yeah. The no showroom this time, so I can't spend my giant pile of money on anything, so it functionally doesn't do anything. Which is very goofy. Money increasingly doesn't mean anything. Alright, I'm gonna go check the... Hello. A little more food. Check item. Paper crown. There we go. And I guess I have 8 steps. Gotta go back around here. I might be able to make it to the inner sanctum, at which point I guess I should try to insert the answer we just got and see if that counts. I actually don't know if I can get to the inner sanctum or not. There's 2 steps already. But also, I'm hungry. I've been playing for so long that I want to just... I'm ready to end the episode, so... I could take it either way at this point. Lost 3 steps so far coming in here. Is it this side that's attached right now? And is this a 4th step right here? And then a 5th step at this door, huh? Oh, this is a... Yeah, they do make it... Oh, not one... That door doesn't count. Yeah, they make the step cost of coming down here slightly obnoxious. Is this a door? That's a door. So I can't. It was you. That's the one we found in the secret garden, but as I walk into this room... Oh, that doesn't count as a door. Okay. Silly. It's... So you can see how I get confused. It's very strange what counts as a door and what doesn't count as a door in this whole sequence. Alright, let me just... get the document up. Okay. So this needs to be the weird... Yeah, the USB things or whatever. And this one, what's this one do? Is it how many spokes? We want the Y. No, it's what types of spokes. Whoops. Then we want the fog, which is what we basically started on. This guy? This is the one that wants to be a Y. And this one needs to be dots. Button. Alright. That's 2 down, and this is one that we actually had to... Well, it was given to us, just like the last one was. Oh, you thought you were taking a break, you fool. You cretin. These all jump to opposite corners, right? So black will rotate them. Oh, the corners have to be black. Okay. There we go. Because yellow only goes up, and green only skips to the opposite side, and black rotates that row. So the goal was to get all of the greens out of the corners. Which isn't so tough. That's 2 allowance tokens today. I'm up to 47. 47 gold a day. Okay. There's a chimney sweep statue. Did they take all of the angels from specific locations and just nab them up? Orinda. Orinda Aries. Let's see here. The information gleaned here is mainly royalty. Yeah, I'll write royalty goddess. Which I guess we got a little bit from that one thing talking about it in those terms. That it's named after that deity, if I remember correctly. But yeah. I guess their entire stamp is just that. It doesn't give us a ton necessarily, but we have enough about Orinda areas that we might have enough to figure it out. I mean, I don't... If Railways is correct, I guess. We'll find out. 8 realms in 8 months. The objective was simple enough. But in what order, what route, and where to start? Questions like these are the ones I tend to ignore, as planning has never been my strong suit. Well then, in the true spirit of adventure, I have departed, forsaking both map and plan, and as it happens, the road has taken me south. It seems fitting to begin the journey by visiting a fragment of the Old Kingdom, a landmark as black in realm as it is in name, and a story I feel closely connected to. Begin the journey at Orinda Ares. Alright. So that, right. So the weird rectangle with the tabs on it is Orinda Ares. Why was I so sure? I thought I had solved it and it was the other thing. But then I had the question of why two of them had the same symbol, so something was up. And I guess I got a mercy killing on that particular struggle by the game just giving it to me. Yeah, there's the shape, that's the symbol right there. So yeah, I just had the symbol wrong for Orinda Ares. I was trying to figure out why Fen Ares and Orinda Ares had the same one. I don't remember the specifics of why I was sure about that before, but oh well. Alright. Blackbridge Hotel and Spa. So that's like the is that it maybe? Maybe visit the location of the legend. Alright, so progress. 7 letters, 6 keys, and so far 2 parts of the 8-part journey. So I got some more solving to do, both in the keys and the things, but we're getting there. This might start cascading downwards real quick soon. And I'm out of energy. I finally have to stop playing. Or else. The Garden Chateau of the Dead. 8 green rooms, 12 dead end rooms. 2 blanks, unfortunately. And no new rooms, but yeah, some good shit happened here. And if I forgot to flip the lever. I'm so sorry, everyone. That would have been a moment. For all I know, there might have even been an achievement, since I don't think there was, though. The 4th lever was right there and I didn't flip it. That would have been a 4-lever run. No! Alright. Good night, everyone.